So today we're going to be talking about building long-term client relationships, building long-term client relationships, and I'm going to be giving a few. I'm going to be explaining a few things, as well as backing it up with a practical assignment that we are going to have to do. And this is because I know we've talked about this over and over again, and in fact, I'm sure virtually everybody probably has an idea of what a client relationship is. But at the same time, I know that it's easy to fall into the loop of maybe you've done this, you don't know how to further the relationship. Perhaps you don't know how to go back, or maybe you even have clients you've sold to previously, and you are trying to see how do I reactivate this fire back, right? Now this is not about getting leads. Now this is not about getting leads. This is for people that you've sold to before. Now, this is the way I look at it. It's like building a borehole where you can continuously get water, and you just going to collect water. So look at it in this sense. So for example, if you make a singular sale, it's just like you go to a place, you take water, right? And if you're building a client relationship, it's more like you build a borehole there such that water can always flow. And what I mean by water is you can always go back to that client, you can always give that client value, and you're sure that in return, the client is going to return something back to you, right? So now, most of the time, when we make transactional deals, right, this is going to be a very practical class. When we make transactional deals, right, we are excited. Oh, you sold next apartment, you sold next residence. It's very exciting. Oh, thank you so much. You received the initial deposit and this. Oftentimes, the next time you are texting that client is when you want to get the next payment or the extra payment. And trust me, that is not how you are going to build a long term relationship, because every client is possibly expecting that. I'm sure virtually everybody here has gotten something from a vendor at some point in time. Maybe you want to buy shoes, you want to buy maybe gadgets and likes of that. 90% of vendors, what they are after is selling to you. After they've made that sale, trust me, they don't have any business. It's only maybe like 10% or 5% that would text you afterwards and ask you, "Oh, hello, sir. I'm just checking in to see if your gadget is doing very well." Trust me, 90% or 95% of vendors will never do this. They will never do this. If you find people that do that, it will strike an emotional chord in you that, I got this particular product. Say it's not even like a huge sum. Maybe you just purchase something that is very, very little, maybe like 100K or 50K, and the person checks back and the person is like, "Oh, are you enjoying your product?" You're not checking in to make a sale. You're basically just checking in to know that, "Oh, fine, oh, I know that you made this purchase from me. I'm just checking in to see if this is doing well," right? Now, there are so many advantages to doing this, and I understand why it can be hard. This can be a hard process for everybody, at least most of the time, for you to check in with your client, which is why I said I've also created a system that I'm going to be sharing with you. I've created a guide I'm going to be sharing with you to help you do this. So we're not just talking about it. So I'm going to share you a guide after this class that you can follow. It's going to come with an Excel sheet where you can see how to document your sales, right? Because documentation is very important. Don't just rely on, "Oh, I have an idea. Okay, I will do it," but you don't have any practical steps as to this is the steps I want to follow to be able to start getting these things done. We've said this before that for if you're running a business, if you're a realtor, you're a real estate consultant, you have to run it like a business. Okay, I'm going to say that again. If you're doing this, if you're a realtor, right, you need to run it like a proper business. You need to run it like a proper business. And trust me, especially in Nigeria now, you necessarily don't have to go to a huge business school. Sometimes it's just following some basic business principles, and you're going to see that, oh, this is actually working for me. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to be showing you that guide. However, I'm still going to be walking you through on how you can actually have that mindset shift so that you start looking at it differently and you start taking it more importantly. If you put yourself in the shoes of a client, right? Put yourself in the shoes of a client, like I said earlier on, and after paying millions, right? They are a part of them can also be worried because they are wondering, is it that this person was nice to me before I made this payment? Trust me, it goes on all of their minds. This is real life, right? They probably spent like 10, 15 million and they are wondering, am I sure this is the best investment I've made? Of course, if you're a good salesman, they will not tell you to your face. They'll just probably be wondering somewhere in their mind that, because for anybody to spend 10, 15 million, trust me, it's not money that you just see somewhere or you just see in one small place and you just forget about it that you spent 10 million on the property. Now for certain other clients, just like I said, it's important that you understand your clientele. For some people that have spent maybe like 3 million, some of them 1 million, some of them even 500K. Now, depending on your clientele, right? If they are not maybe HNIs and all, you should know that some of them you have to keep in touch more with them because they are sometimes worried. Of course, we would say they can check our social media page for our activities so they know that, oh, these guys are still in business. However, it cannot really look like, when you are checking in with them, when you are texting them that, oh, okay, fine, this happened, right? I'm just checking in with you to know if everything is fine or if everything is okay. Because a lot of times, I know that realtors can do a lot of follow up before the sale. You can check in with them. Oh, I'm just reminding you about this transaction. The next week again, oh, you've not made a payment just yet. Then the moment they make that first payment, bam, right? Everything just ends. Then it's just like, where is this person? This person is not even calling me again. This person is not checking in on me again. Now, in the first 90 days of making your sale, right? And this is not a holy grail. This is a guide. This is just a guide now. If in the first 90 days of making a sale, your client should hear from you and it should not be about selling. Your client should hear from you and it should not be about selling in the first 90 days. In fact, 90 days is a lot, but you don't have to wait till now the 88th day. Just between that first quarter, your client should hear from you. It can be if you're worried about what to send, of course, I'm still going to send a guide that would talk about those things. But you should not allow just breeze to just be, you should not allow your chat to be growing weed. Like, let the client hear something from you. Let the client hear at least, oh, hello, sir. Good evening, sir. How are you doing today? This is your realtor, and I'm just checking in to see how you're doing and just to notify you that your property is in good condition. If you want to organize an inspection to go and check it out sometime, please do let me know. And if you're still looking at, putting some money into the real estate market still, I'm available to, help you make that decision. All right. A thank you message. It could be a thank you message. Thank you for investing with land lessons and properties, or thank you for investing. If you already have a front company that you're using, maybe something realty. Thank you for choosing this realty or this and this. The second week could be, this is the update on the project. The third could be, oh, I'm just checking in on you. How are you doing? How's the family? If the person is a family man or a family woman, how's the family doing? They necessarily might not respond, right? They necessarily might not respond, but you're not doing it for them to respond. Trust me, when they see it, even if it's after like 2, 3 weeks, and they see that track, they see that trail of, oh, this person actually checked in with me to even know how I'm feeling. Trust me, it strikes an emotional chord. It strikes an emotional chord in them that, oh, this person does care about me. And one reason why I'm talking about us creating a system around this is you necessarily don't have to be emotionally connected to the client, but you need to have a plan. You necessarily don't have to be emotionally connected, but you need to have a plan. If you have a plan, that means it's not about you how you feel. Because if you're timing it to how you feel, maybe when I feel like it, I'm just going to text this person. It's not going to work, right? It's not going to work. There are certain days you will not really feel like texting anybody. But if you have a plan, right, which is what I'm going to encourage every one of us to do, there's already a sheet. You write the names of your clients there. You write what they've purchased, then you write the last time you checked in with them, then you write the next time you are going to be checking in with them. If you have that plan, it helps you because even when you don't feel like it, you just check that sheet every single day. Let me check in with this person. I know it's not a sale. In fact, it keeps you active, right? It means that every day there's an activity you should do. It's not that you're just there and you're just like, oh, there's no sale that is coming, there's no inspection to do, you're just there, right? It gives you that plan as to, okay, this is what I need to do today. This is what I need to do today. And like I said, there are so many advantages to building these relationships. It's not rocket science. There are so many advantages to building these relationships. And every happy client knows that you trust them. right? And they are going to talk about you. They are going to talk about you. Every top realtor that I've met, every top salesman that I've ever met, right? Every one of them, you can speak to every one of them. They are friends with their clients. And when I mean friends, it necessarily is not or timo timo. They are calling each other every day. It basically means that they can pick up their phone and call their client, and they can just check in with their clients. Oh, I'm just checking in. Oh, how you doing? Hope you've been good. Some other times, it is that client that will ask you the question of, oh, do you even have any property on sale? If you want to be very strategic about it, you can call them towards month end, right? But don't try and sell. Just call them. Just, hi, how you doing, sir? I'm just checking in to know if you're doing very well. Hope business has been good. How's the family? This, that. Right now, what this does is the moment they know that, oh, you're on their mind, it's just like friendship now. You necessarily don't have to talk every single day, but from time to time, you check in with your friend. Oh, pardon me, how far now? Show up. I just say make I just holler you and other things like that. Let's see if you're in town. That's how you check in as well. So you have to make sure that you are treating your clients as such, so that you can continuously, for lack of other word, you can continuously get from them. You can continuously get from them, because trust me, the moment you get a singular client, business has started, and business has the capacity. That singular client has the capacity of bringing you like four more. But if you do not manage it well, or if you do not see the value in that singular client, trust me, you're going to have lots of money sitting on the table. I'm sure there are people that have sold to, in fact, they've sold to maybe like 10, 15, 20 people before. 10, 15, 20 people before. And you are probably still in contact with maybe like two of them. It means you're pretty much sitting on a gold mine. You are sitting on a gold mine, and those people have the capacity of still making you so much more sales. But you need to realize it, and you need to find a way to reactivate them such that they know that Mole or buy you, and it's not really by texting them every time and you are asking for something. You don't have to ask for something, right? You don't have to ask for something. The moment they have that emotional connection towards you, you're already on their mind, and they have the ability to bring you more people, because every happy client knows that, oh, I trust this person. Oh, when they have family that wants to buy land, they will refer you. When they have colleagues that want to buy land, they will refer you. All right. Even from talking, from checking in with them, you can easily tell them, oh, if you have anybody that really wants to invest in a property and all, we have so many opportunities, right? Depending on what the person wants. So in case you have anybody like that, please do not hesitate to just feel free to reach out to me, and I can help them get started. It could be a text, it could be an email. Maybe you're chatting with someone that doesn't really use WhatsApp. It could be a text message, right? It could be a text message. This is what works. It works like it could be a text message. Oh, hello, sir. Do have a great day. This is just this is me from, if you have your property name that you are using. This is me from this. I just thought I should check in and just see that you are doing very well. We've talked about this before. There are certain other clients that you can go and visit them. Go and visit them. You need to revisit your client list. You need to write it down. This is very important. Don't have it in one. Don't have it in your mind that, oh, is there. Go and write everything down. Like, write all your clients down. Write their name. Number one, Mommy Joanne. Number two, Daddy Junior. Write all of them down. Write their phone number there. Write it there. So you are going to be seeing it that, oh, let me call Mommy Joanne today. Let me call mommy this person. Let me call Mr. Let me call Mrs. This today. And this is because the thing is, you might have what you are looking for might just be around you, right? Rather than every single time you're looking for new clients, every single time you're looking for how to generate leads, every single time you're looking for how to pick this, how to pick that. Every time you're moving here and there. You have your people there. In fact, what you are looking for might be amongst those people that have even gotten from you. So you need to find a way to leverage those those people first. All right. You need to find a way to leverage those people first. And also, now it is great to create a loyalty system for your clients, especially when they refer people to you. Create a loyalty system for your clients, just in case when they refer people to you, right? Just make sure that whenever they refer people to you, oh, thank you so much, Mao. Thank you so much, Sal. I've seen this, so I've seen it. And those are advantages of keeping in touch. In fact, the A to Z of this whole training, right, is first of all, you are keeping in touch. Make sure you are keeping in touch one way or another. And you need to have a strategy around it, not just mentally feeling like, oh, I'm just going to check in with this person. Oh, maybe next tomorrow I'll call this person. Write it down. You need to write it down. Oh, write it down. Now, because problems will also come in from time to time. Problems will come in. People are going to have issues sometimes. Some of them they will not want to really talk to you about. Some of them they will talk to you about it. They will say, fine, oh, something went wrong. Oh, I didn't get a document on time. Okay, something is not coming in as promised, right? When they have some challenges like that, the way you handle it matters a lot. The way you handle it matters a lot, right? Of course, you have to take responsibility usually, especially if you're at the front of the deal. You have to take responsibility for, okay, I'm so sorry about this. I'm going to get on it, right? And a mistake that a lot of people make sometimes is, and this is still this system solves all of this, right? A mistake some people make sometimes is when there are challenges like that, you are waiting for the client to message you, you're waiting for the client to text, and it is not a very good culture. When you know that there's issue, problems is shele o, wahala ti wà o, and other things like that. Go with Allah to see wahala. But when you see that nothing shele o, and it's not supposed to happen, don't wait for let me just try and hide it. This client will not notice. Let me just try and wait for him to message me. No, you have to get ahead of it. You have to get ahead of it because if your client now just imagine a order gets messed up just from you now, not even real estate. Now, maybe you're purchasing a product from someone, and you tell the person you're not happy with something, and the person is taking like 2 3 days to respond to you. Even if the person's reason is genuine, even if the person has a very valid reason, it will not change the fact that you are still going to be angry at that person simply because you have a problem, you've paid for a product, and now the person is just delaying in responding your text, or the person doesn't even look like he's doing. Because now the point is, even if you don't have a solution, keep in touch. Make sure you are in constant communication. The person says, oh, I've not gotten my document, this is the fourth day, and this is this. You know that document might not come that same day. Text the client or call the client. Hello, sir. Oh, I'm so sorry for this delay, but we're actually actively working on this. The next day, you don't have to wait for the client to text you again. Hello, sir. The document did not come in yesterday, and that's because there are still some things we are trying to iron out. But I assure you that we are working on this and we'll get these documents across to you as soon as possible. The moment the client knows that you don't have to call, automatically, because a lot of clients can panic automatically. They know that you only panic, but get him back, baby, say, worry, oh, my baby, I'm very, very sure of it. You will have that confidence in you that, am I worry, or woman best interest me at. Even if I don't call this person will call me today. You don't worry. You got to be able to boast that. Well, I mean, even if the person refers someone to you eventually, and you're having some issues, and the person calls, the person, Talele to refer to me. This person is not even respond, call, send document me later. The person will even assure you that the person will assure the client that that was referred to you that Raponche your bell. Don't worry, I assure you that this person will call you back today. Tí o bá tiẹ̀ pè é lénìí, ó máa send text here, right? This is how you build a reputation in the mind of your client. Not that when issues happen, and don't expect that issues will not happen. Because I think that's what sometimes used to make people panic whenever issues happen. Don't expect that sometimes you might not have some delays. Maybe you did not confirm payment on time. Maybe you did not. But know that the moment you experience those things, be prepared that you will face it, because ultimately you know that this thing is going to work out well. So there's no need to panic whenever some issues happen. Just call. Oh, sir, this is currently happening at the moment, but I assure you it's going to be sorted. And that's the way you can even get ahead of it, because the moment is the person that is having to call you 2 3 4 times and you're ignoring the calls. That is when there is now actually pressure, and that's when there's problem. But if you can get ahead of it before the person calls, you don't already pick up your phone. Oh, hello, sir. I know you've not gotten your document too, but I'm assuring you that we are working on it. It's just a few issues here, a few issues there, but everything is going to be smoothing out very well. That is exactly how you grow your reputation. That's how you grow your reputation, because then they already know that this person will always call me in a week. Even if it's 500K that the client has with you, right? You can check in. You don't have to call every single day. Of course, when you start working with some clients, you will also understand that some of them, they can be very, some of them might be, some of them want the attention. You say that there are some clients that will call you, they will be talking to you for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, right? Some of them, if you know that it's a very high paying client, right, it's worth it. You just know that when you call, hello, mommy, Ekushema, you know that they will start talking to you. They'll say, báwo ni school, báwo ni kini, báwo ni eléyìí, báwo ni eléyìí. They're asking you so many questions. You are about to call the phone, but you just know that let me endure for the next 15, 20 minutes, right? But it's good endurance because you know that, deals will come out from this person. And I assure you, most people that actually buy those large deals, right, they love building relationships. They love when they have somebody that this person is my own person. They don't like when it's like they are not really sure. And how do they build their own relationship? They want to talk to you, they want to converse with you, they want to know that, I can actually trust this person. And that is exactly how you grow your reputation with a client like that. And these clients can be your clients for life. They can be your clients for life. They it's just like I said, it's like building a borehole. Every single time you can easily call them. Oh, we have a new property. It's a new property. Elo ni eléyìí o. 15 million, 20 million. Oh yeah, cause the problem. But I'll be next week. When you see some realtors talking to their clients like that, and every single deal they have someone that is ready to buy, is because they've built the relationship. And I'm not saying this because it is easy. It is not easy, right? It is not easy, but you need to create a system around it. You need to find a way to document what you are doing. You need to find a way to you need to look at your realtor business as a proper business, as a proper consulting business. Write everything down. I'm saying this over and over again. You need to write it down. Trust me, this is what messes most people up because you think you don't have to write it down. You need to pick up your paper and biro if that's what you are more convenient with, or you need to pick up your laptop and you need to start writing those things down. Write it down. I need to call this person. I need to call this person because that is exactly how you are going to build your clients for life. And it starts from now. It starts from today. Like it starts from this moment. The moment you are off this call, you need to write names of your clients down. Maybe write the properties that they've purchased from you. You need to write. I have a sheet that I'm going to share with you. I have a sheet. We're going to share it on the group immediately after this call, or as the call is coming to an end. It's going to be shared on the group. You write those things down. Write it down. Write their name. Write their. If you have their date of birth, write it down. Right. If you need some other details from them, you can ask them. If it's their birthday, call them, right? Call them. You can, if the moment you are checking that sheet every single day, I'm sure you'll be able to tell, oh, this is this person's birthday. Oh, this is this person's birthday. Let me just call this person. Let me send a text. Let me send a present. That is how you build relationships with them. That's how you build relationships with them. And like I said, all this training we're having this morning, it does not mean anything if you do not start taking action from now. You need to start taking action from now. You need to find a way to start taking action now. If you've not documented all your clients down before, start thinking about it. Start giving it some thoughts. Oh, this person bought from me. You can check your WhatsApp history. You can check your WhatsApp history. If you've forgotten, you can reach out. Oh, okay, I sold this, I sold this. Oh, this is my client. I need to write this name down. I need to write these things down so that, you start getting used to it. And trust me, it's not going to suddenly change all of a sudden. It's not going to change all of a sudden. It's going to be sequentially. You can start first of all by texting the client. Oh, how are you doing? I'm just checking in to see that if you're fine. It can be from, don't expect all of a sudden your client will now become your paddy. No, you have to, how did they say it in Yoruba? You do me tutu, right? You have to do some things in our head, small, small, right? Just text. It starts from today, like I said. First, have everything written down. Tomorrow, you can text one. Next tomorrow, you are looking at, let me look at this sheet to see my clients. Let me see the one that I will call today. And while you are doing that, you're also generating new leads. But you know that even the clients that I've gotten from you, right, they are more valuable than, like I say, the bird in hand is more valuable than the one that you are trying to chase about. So you need to find a way to value that one that you have in hand. That's why I said if you've made a sale, if you've made two sales, right, you have gold with you. It's now based on you to leverage it because trust me, anybody that has 50 million in their bank account or that has 100 million, the person probably has friends that maybe has the same amount of money or even more in their account. The person probably has more friends that has that money. So you need to find a way to make sure that you are keeping that relationship, you are building that relationship. And it is by doing, it's not by talking and saying, oh, this is it. You need to make sure that you are actively calling, you are checking in, oh, this, and that. All right. So Now I'm already coming to the end of the training, right? It's not a very long training, but it's an actionable training. I need everybody to be able to take action. Please, I need everybody to be able to take action. So I'm going to share the guide on the group now. I'm going to share the guide on the group now. It's going to have a Google spreadsheet. I think we can share it now. Either Bill or Oyinda, you can share the guide to the group now. So there's a PDF and there is a Google Sheet link, right? There's a Google Sheet link. If you have any issues, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can reach out to Oyinda. You can reach out to the technical team as well. If you have any issues with the document, but make sure that you start taking action from today. You can copy the document. Make sure that you write all your client's name there. Make sure that you are the one that has access to it. Though it's not for us, by the way. You just copy the template. You can copy the template to your own email address. You can detail those things down and make sure that you are calling. For the guide for the calls, right, you will find that in the PDF document as well, on the frequency, on when you should call, how you should call, what you should tell them, some things that you can ask them, questions you can ask them, and a few other things like that. But I'm very, very certain that if you can do this consistently for a few months, you're going to see changes. So as you are chasing your new leads, you can also have these people reaching out to you that, oh, pardon me, how far? This. So, and in fact, it will reduce the pressure on you because you know that you've invested on all sides. You've invested on all sides, and very soon the returns will be coming to you.